Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am Shar. Thank you for coming back this evening. And I just wanted to come to you guys and talk briefly about some stuff that's going on with some people. Of course, like I always say, these celebrities, no matter if they're A-list or B-list, okay, they never ever cease to amaze me. They never surprise me with the bull crap. Really quick up first, I would like to talk about Lala Anthony. Now, Lala Anthony, I don't know. I don't think she's an A-lister. However, I don't necessarily think she's a D-lister. So, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is Lala Anthony an A-list celebrity? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, no diss or anything, but I don't think so. I'll give her a B. She's a B-list celebrity, okay? Um, she got her claim to fame of quite a few years ago. She was a, what do you call it, a video DJ type girl on MTV or TRL, which was a video show that came on MTV years ago. And I think she got her start there. If not, I'm not sure what she did before that. I think she was a radio personality on a Atlanta, Georgia radio station prior to TRL. I could be wrong, but I think. So, I mean, she's been around, you know what I mean? She's been in the business for a minute. So, I mean, I guess she paid her dues. You know, she became a lot more popular though. And then I think she had like a little reality show with her cousins and some friends or something like that. Really didn't do very well. I think it only had a few episodes. I think it was only for, I don't know, it only got picked up for a few episodes. They did that and that was it. Then she became a little bit more, not vocal, but you've seen her a little bit more when she got really cool with the Kardashians. I think she's like really cool with Kim. So, yeah, she got really cool with Kim. And you started to see her a lot on Keeping Up with the Kardashians only because she was a friend and she was hanging with Kim or maybe over at one of the girls' houses for different functions, parties, gatherings, whatever. So you saw her a lot there. And then, but more importantly though, her claim to fame was Power. Being, I believe her name is Keisha on Power, and playing the best friend of Tasha that is on Power. She became really popular with everyone, almost like a household name because of Power, thanks to one of her very close friends, which is 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson. Okay, Curtis Jackson put her on Power because he gave her a shot because they're really close and they're cool. So he gave her a shot. Her character really wasn't about much. I mean, she was literally just a friend of Tasha's. Like, they kind of made her character grow. I mean, don't you guys agree? Like, they kind of made her character grow. Like, they kind of just developed it for really no reason. I mean, I guess it could have been a reason, but I don't know. I just never believed her in the show. Like, I don't know. And then if she has taken acting lessons, and this is no diss to her, I'm just being, you know, giving my opinion. I won't say that I'm being honest, but my opinion is that she needs to brush up on the acting skills because I didn't believe her. I never ever believed her. Like, she never made me believe whatever it was she was talking about or whatever it was that she was expressing in Power. I didn't believe it. So that means she needs to brush up on her acting skills. But that's not a diss. That just means, like, continue to do your work. You know what I'm saying? Continue to perfect your craft if this is what you're getting into, which is acting. You know what I mean? So, yeah, because she's cool with Fifth. That's what happens when you got friends in high places, right? They put you on the top show on Stars Network. So, there was a picture that went viral of, and I'm sorry, I don't have the picture. I don't know. She may have even taken it down, maybe. I don't follow her on Instagram, so I don't exactly know. But it was a picture of her that she posted herself on her own page of her scantily dressed. Maybe she didn't really have on much. I think it was like maybe a bikini look, or, I don't know, something was just revealing up at the top. Maybe it was her shoulders, maybe it was a little bit of her breast. And then at the bottom, she had her butt tooted up, and like I think she may have had on a thong bikini bottom or some type of thong bottom where her cheeks were out and her butt was kind of tooted up. And because obviously her and Fifth follow each other on Instagram, he too saw the picture, and he commented on the picture like, what the F is going on here? And, I guess they laughed it off and didn't think that big of a deal about it. And she commented back, but she also included like a poll. It was like almost like a poll. She asked everyone who had saw the post and saw and read that Fifth commented on her picture. She had asked, what do you think Fifth likes more, sex or being quarantined, or something like that? It was something to that effect. Or could he go without sex longer than he could be quarantined, or something to that effect. Anyway, it was just like a funny thing, no big deal. When I saw it, I didn't think that he was hitting on her. It just seemed like he was just kind of saying, what the F, like he said, what the F is going on here? Like, your butt is tooted up in the air, your butt cheeks out, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't inappropriate, and it didn't seem like he was being rude or dirty or facetious or any of those things. But at one point, 50 Cent's baby mama chimed in, which her name is Shaniqua Tompkins. It is the mother of his first son, Marquise Jackson, which I believe that son of his is about 21, 22, something thereof. Splitting image of him. He looks completely, like, totally like Fifth. Like, he cannot deny this child at all, even though I believe he does. He doesn't deny him, but, you guys know they don't get along. They haven't gotten along. And it's because, in my opinion, I feel like it's because of the mother. Like, the mother, she has all these issues with Fifth, and God only knows about what. It could be a number of things, like because he left her, or maybe she left him. Maybe she couldn't take the fact that he just became this big mega superstar, and all these women are after him. He has all this money, he's in control, and you pretty much gotta walk to his speed or to the beat of his drum. And maybe she didn't like that. You know what I mean? He could buy anything he wanted, he could have any woman he wanted, and that's hard to deal with your spouse or your significant other that is not in the business as well. So I feel like the relationship just went awry, and she just couldn't deal with it. And it was a bunch of animosity and just jealousy that took place between the two of them. And she took from him what she knew that he really, really loved. And women do this a lot when they're scorned, when they're hurt, and they'll take what the guy really, really loves, which is that kid. There are some guys out there, some men that truly, truly love their kids. There's a lot of them, that loves their kids, want to be with their kids, and they'll do anything for their kid, no matter what financial level they're on. You know what I mean? Fifth, of course, happens to be a millionaire or what have you, and there's a lot of stuff that he could do for his son. But and I don't know the whole story, and I'm not trying to act like I know, but the thing is, just based on what I heard over the years from both of them, it does sound like she is kind of like a woman scorned a little bit. Thing is that when you have a guy that has a lot of money, you feel like every time he gets a quarter more, you're entitled to more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I've never been in a situation, so I can't say what I would do. However, I know if I got one kid, and let's say my baby father is a rapper or whoever, and he's able to give me $20,000 a month. Now, for me personally, that'll almost be like $200,000 a month for me, because I know me, I'm resourceful and I'm business minded. I'm gonna flip that. Trust me. I'm gonna have my own money. I'm gonna flip it. This month is 20,000. Next month it may be 40. Cause I'm a flip that. I'm gonna make some money. That's me. She allegedly she was a little different. Like, she just wanted more. She was getting 20,000 initially. She kind of wanted more than that. And she wanted more than that, and she wanted more than that, and she wanted more than that. Especially after he did his little vitamin water sale where he got all that money from that. It's like, okay, let's call in the lawyer, like, let's go back to court, let's mediate so we can mitigate and you know what I mean, get a little bit more. And what happened is it backfired. Basically, she ended up only getting like 2,000 or 6,000 and something dollars a month. After receiving 20 some thousand dollars a month, it went all the way down to six. See what I'm saying? Leave well enough alone. You only got one kid. Do something like, and he has said numerous times that she just wasn't into doing anything. Like, she kind of just wanted to just live off him with the attitude like, he 50 cents, he got all this money, I could live off him, he owe me type deal. So whatever, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so the picture went viral with Lala. Fifth said, what the F? They laughed it off, both of them. And what happens is his baby mama, Shaniqua Tompkins, chimed in and basically was like, I cannot deal with this chick. I have no respect for her. And she was referring to Lala Anthony. Now, she's basically saying Lala dates married men, and she chimes in on, these relationships, and these people are involved, and she kind of just chimes in and kind of just makes her way with these men, and they're married or involved, and she hates it. And basically, this is why she's saying that, Lala is not to be trusted, and basically a thought. And of course, I don't know if that's true. She's primarily talking about how at this moment, I guess she's supposed to be, getting really close with Ludacris, the rapper Ludacris, and he's married. And I guess people feel like she's just getting all buddy buddy with him and kind of chiming in with that marriage and that relationship, and causing havoc over there. Don't know if any of this is true. This is where the comment came from, and why Shaniqua Tompkins is saying I don't have any respect for her. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think that Lala had any type of romantic relations with 50 Cent. Like, she does not have to come for her, as it relates to, Lala and Fifth having some type of extracurricular relationship outside of just being friends. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think 50 Cent is finally involved. Like, he's like finally serious with a chick. I believe her name is Cuban or something like that, or Cuban Link or something like that. And he has said on, I can't remember what shows, I believe it was a radio interview, where he pretty much claimed the girl. Like, he said he was involved. So, I don't think him and Lala ever had anything going on. But of course, I don't know. I'm not friends with either one of them. But put it this way, nothing's ever linked or came out that they were hooking up in any kind of way. So I'm not really sure where the baby mama, Shaniqua Tompkins, is getting that from. But hell, Lala is getting cheated on by her husband. So, you know what I mean? Like, she could have commented on that. Like, I don't know where she got all that stuff from in terms of she can't trust her. Like, she's never messed with you in your relationship. She's never messed with Fifth while they were together, to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And if she did, she didn't reveal that. So it's almost like a blanket statement. You know what I mean? So it's almost like she was just trying to cause a rift, or maybe, I don't know if that was considered clout chasing, but I don't know. It was almost like she was just trying to get a rise out of people and maybe, become trending for that day or that weekend that she made this statement, which was, I believe, maybe a week or so ago, when this came out. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Was she clout chasing? Was she just trying to get her name buzzing on the internet? To make the statement that she has absolutely no respect for Lala. What do you guys think? On to the next. The next thing, Boosie, Lil Boosie, rapper Lil Boosie. We all know Lil Boosie. He's so comical. Like, I love him. I totally love Lil Boosie. He's so funny. And I don't know, I feel like he's real. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He's not a gangster. He doesn't really act like he's toting guns and like he'll kill people, but yeah, he's cool, and you know he's from the hood. I don't know. He has a cool vibe. I like his vibe, and I enjoy his antics. He's really, really funny. I love the fact that he always has his kids, when he can, because he has a lot of baby mama drama too. But I love to see him interacting with his kids, and I don't know. I just love Boosie. And so we basically know Boosie's stance on Dwyane Wade, however you say his name, and Dwyane's son slash daughter, Zaya, and what he feels about that. Like, we all know, a few months ago, he went off saying, and basically he really didn't go off. He really just gave his opinion, like, saying Dwyane was just off his rocker, basically, and please don't cut the little boys, off. Like, it's too soon. He can't make these types of decisions right now. He's only 12. He may change his mind. It's a great possibility that he may change his mind. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That was it. That was basically his stance. That was his opinion. He was just telling the Wade family to just chill. Let this boy figure it out. He may figure it out. He may stay this way. He may not. Who knows? 10 years from now, he could fall in love with a girl and actually really wish he had the D. You know what I mean? Because now he's into this girl. You know what I'm saying? However, the way that it seems, I've seen the kid interact a little bit. I don't know. I don't think he's going to change. I don't know. God only knows, if he doesn't change, it's no problem. If this is what he wants to be, let him be. However, Dwyane and Gabrielle, they should have known the bag of worms they were going to open up with talking about this so publicly. Everybody was going to chime in. Everybody was going to have their opinion. You know what I'm saying? It goes without saying. It's their fault. And when I say their fault, I just mean that it's not their fault that he wanted to be a girl. It's their fault that people are just chiming in and going crazy with opinions because you put it all out there. And obviously that's what they wanted, because they almost went on a press tour talking about it and almost making this kid the poster child for LBGT kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But, God bless this kid. And, hopefully he can continue to be a kid, no matter if he wants to be a boy or a girl. Let the kid be a kid. You know what I mean? I noticed she wears nails and all this stuff. I couldn't wear nails at 12. You know what I mean? Some mothers may allow their kid to do that, their daughter or whatever. Mine did not at 12. Like, I probably could start wearing them at about 15, 14, 15, definitely 16. I was wearing them, but not at 12. So, just because he wants to be a girl or feels like he is a girl, you don't have to make him grow up fast. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to wear heels and stuff. But whatever. Neither here nor there. Boosie gave his opinion, stayed strong with the opinion. Okay. And weeks and weeks and weeks later, recently, it has come out that Jay-Z has Jay-Z the Don, right? Like he's the Don now, has requested a sit down between Lil Boosie and Dwayne Wade. Really? Like, who are you to request a sit down between these two? It's like, stay out of stuff. Like, can you stay out of stuff? Like, who are you? I get it. Like, you are the master rapper. Like, did it to the fullest. We get it. You know what I mean? Now you're on top of the world with Rock Nation and all these branches and all this stuff. You got you and Beyonce, beautiful couple, wonderful family, all that. But don't stick your dreads in where they just don't need to be. Like, you don't need to even be in that. If that man wants to say what he wants to say, which is his opinion, he can say that. I don't feel like he hurt Dwayne's feelings. I mean, he didn't say anything wrong besides don't cut his D off, which was his opinion. Like, he was just asking him to give the boy time to figure it all out. That's not an insult. That's not mean. He did say Dwyane was tripping and all that, but that's not mean. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily mean. It's not necessarily derogatory. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just chill. Anyway, he requested them to sit down, and Boosie declined. He declined. He declined. He said, "No, I'm not sitting down. I mean, it is what it is." He said what he said. Okay? Period. Like, I'm not sitting down and talking to this guy for what? I mean, do you want him to apologize? He didn't say anything wrong. Like, I was getting ready to call him Fizz. See? Jay, have several seats. Really, have several seats. You are kind of just, like I said, putting your dreads in a situation that doesn't even concern you. You got so much going on with the Rock Nation and the company and the businesses, title, all the brunches you got to plan. Stick to that. Stay over there. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 kids. Stay over there. Period. So, what do you guys think? Should he have sat down with Dwyane Wade, or I like calling him Dwyane Wade. I don't know why. Should he have sat down with Dwyane Wade or what? Or do you agree that he declined? I kind of agree. Like that's letting Jay-Z know, like, you're not really necessarily running everything and everyone. You know what I'm saying? Even though he is in this industry, but it's like, no, I choose not to. Next. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let me know what you guys think on that. Also too in the comments. And what's my next thing I wanted to talk about? Really quick, I don't want to talk about her long, but really, really quickly, I want to bring up this little Karrueche Tran girl. Karrueche Tran. This is the singer Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend. Now, that is her claim to fame. She's Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend. I think that's really what we know her by. That's not necessarily a plus. It's not necessarily a negative. It's just facts. That's what we know her from. Chris Brown's girlfriend. That's how she became popular. Karrueche Tran. And some of you are probably even saying, who? I know, I get it. Anyway, she is part Vietnamese, okay? I don't think she's Chinese. And I definitely know she's not part Japanese. She is part Vietnamese, I think. And she may even be Chinese. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Anyway, she made a comment. She was a little livid because she was talking about the president, Trump, making statements about the coronavirus. He was calling it the Chinese virus, okay? He kept calling it the Chinese virus in a press conference not too long ago. And a reporter at that particular press conference called him out and was like, "Why do you keep calling it the Chinese virus?" And the president basically said, "Because that's what it is. It's the Chinese virus. That's where it came from, China." You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I call it the Chinese virus? That's where it came from. It came from Wuhan over there in China is the Chinese virus. Period. He made no mistakes, and he did not stutter. He didn't take it back. He didn't say sorry. He said it's the Chinese virus. Moving on. And so somebody commented on that and was basically, I think they were defending the president, saying, yeah, it is the Chinese virus. That's where it came from. They made it up over there, then brought it over here, yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? And she made a declaration, almost like she did this long letter, basically talking to the guy. I believe it was a guy who said that he kind of agreed and that it did come from China and all this stuff. And she was like, basically, I don't know what the letter said exactly, and I don't even really care, but she basically was saying that how dare you agree with the president? It's offensive to Chinese people. It's not the Chinese virus, and they didn't make it up, and they didn't bring it over here, yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? I guess maybe she's part Chinese. Maybe. I thought she was Vietnamese though, but they're obviously all descendants from Asian people or what have you, but yeah, she was defending Chinese people and Asian people and saying it's wrong and da da da, it's racism and discrimination and all these things, which I didn't hear exactly what the guy said, so I can't tell you if it was racist or any of that stuff. But the point I want to make about that really quick, and then I'm moving on from Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend, Karrueche. She had the nerve. And see, this was what happens when you know what I mean, make a stance and want to defend something. When you do something from the past, it comes up. And so what happened is she tried to defend Chinese people and, their culture and all this stuff, which is fine. Do that if that's what you want to do. But a lot of people brought to her attention through the gram or through internet that quite a few years ago, she was on 106 in Park. That was a show that aired on BET. Basically, it played all the latest hip hop music and videos. Okay, had all the latest hip hop artists on that show, and she was on there as a guest host one time, and it's scripted, so they give these hosts things to say or what have you. And apparently, when she was on, she was given a question about Blue Ivy, which is Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter. And she basically said that Jay-Z and Beyonce, or Beyonce, they don't comb little Blue Ivy's hair. They don't comb her hair. Like, her hair is nappy. Like, girl, are you stupid or dumb? Like, girl, you had enough gall and enough balls to get on national TV, 106 in Park, when 106 in Park was like hot at its peak, and basically diss Beyonce and Jay-Z's daughter. That's almost suicide in terms of, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of the entertainment industry. Like, you almost cut your own neck off. Like, you almost got yourself blackballed. And apparently they don't think that much of her because they didn't blackball her. Like, they have the power to do it. All they had to do is tell this person and that person, or mention this to that person, or mention that to this person, and that would have been it for her. They didn't even think enough about her to actually blackball her, you know what I mean, for lack of a better term. They really didn't, because it really didn't stun her, because she never kind of really jumped off. And who knows, that might be why she hasn't jumped off. She has had a couple of shows like Claws, and which I don't know how well it did. I think it did get brought back for a second season or whatever, but I don't know, I don't think it did very well. She's been on like the Hip Hop Squares with Ice Cube and them. She's done little stuff here and there, and little stuff. Not really big, nothing major, no major contribution to the industry. You know what I mean? I'm not dissing her, but I'm just saying. And who knows? Maybe because of what she said about Blue Ivy, that might be why, or what have you. Might be why we haven't seen her that much. But yeah, that was brave, because if it were me and I was on BET, and they put this in front of me to say that about Beyonce and Jay-Z's kid, I would be like, oh no, I'm not doing that, please. You know what I mean? They not coming for me like that. You know what I mean? Not to mention it was in bad taste. Like, who even wrote the question? It was something about, I don't know, I can't remember because it was so long ago, but it was something about Blue Ivy and her hair. And she was like, they don't comb her hair. You know, when Blue Ivy was much younger, they allowed her to wear her hair in a natural state. Wasn't necessarily curly. To some it may have looked nappy, quote unquote, you know what I mean? But it was just like a little natural state, so it'd be like in a little natural little fro. And yeah, she basically said that they didn't comb her hair, and I would have never said that. I don't care who put that in front of my. I'm not going to talk about a kid, one, and Beyonce and Jay-Z's kid, never. I wouldn't have done it. But you know, luckily, like I said, I don't think they cared enough about her to do anything to her as far as her career. Lucky for her, she kind of slid through that, you know what I mean? And but you know, on the other hand, not too long after that, 106 in Park did get canceled. It just miraculously got canceled. Like, you know what I mean? It did. It just got canceled. So I don't know. That might have had something to do with them. I don't know. You know what I mean? Who knows? We'll never know. But yeah. So what do you guys think about Karrueche? You know, she had the gall to talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce kid, no less, talking about her hair doesn't get combed, but yet you want to sit up here and defend Chinese people to the fullest when you don't even have enough respect for a child. You know what I mean? And then you're going to talk about her hair. First of all, she's not even in control of her grooming at this point. You know, at that particular point, she was a kid. You know, she's, you know, being reared by her parents. So they dress her, they do her hair or not. You know what I mean? So it was just in real bad taste. You know what I'm saying? When you guys agree, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Next, moving on. What else did I want to talk about? Woo, so much. I don't want this video to be long. I hate my videos are always like 40, 45 minutes. I hate it. But I did have a couple of other things that I wanted to touch on, and I just kind of ramble, and that's what makes it long. I wanted to touch bases really quick on T.I.'s daughter. T.I.'s daughter, Deja. But that's his oldest daughter. Long story short, honey, I don't know what's going on, but turns out that she did, I think it was an Instagram live where she was allowing the viewers of her live to ask her questions, any questions. Somebody asked her about what would she tell her young self, and she was basically saying, and this is not verbatim, but she was basically saying she would tell her young self to don't worry about it, and to don't be scared, that she will never let anyone hurt her again, and to be strong, and that is not your fault, and that I will never let them hurt you again. I will die first. Deep, right? So it's clearly something happened. What? We don't know. Will we ever know? I don't know, because that sounds serious. That sounds really deep. Clearly, it sounds like she has been hurt in some way. I don't know if it's physical. We don't know if it's emotional. Obviously, we don't know about who or what. But clearly, this girl was talking in the third person about herself, because that's what the question was. What would you tell your young self? And she was basically telling her young self that she got her. It's not her fault, you know, that she would die before she lets anybody hurt her or do whatever to her again. That's like, you know what I mean? Like that's serious. That sounds serious. So it's like swarms and swarms of like YouTubers and all these people going crazy with these types of crazy allegations. Like she was abused, she was sexually abused and assaulted and all these things. And who did it? Family friend. Some people are even saying was a T.I. And it's just, ooh, it's so much. It's like us as YouTubers, we kind of got to be careful. Like we can't just be throwing out this stuff like allegations and You know what I mean? Even though we might put things out and say allegedly, like, I don't know. I would never say, was it T.I. that did it? It's like, no, I would never say that and say allegedly. Oh, because that's just like, even though you're saying allegedly and all this stuff, you're still putting it out there, like, oh, that's bad. So, I don't know. Clearly that something happened and something went on. And, let's pray for T.I.'s daughter, whatever that situation is, that she can get some type of relief. She can let go, maybe through therapy, I don't know, maybe even through talking to her family or what have you. But, and this is something that we may not ever hear from again. And that's fine. That's okay, because that's her life. That's her personal situation. And she doesn't have to share that with anybody. You know what I mean? So hopefully this will die down. It doesn't sound like this is anything that should be broadcasted publicly or on the internet, unless she does come forward and wants to talk about certain types of abuse or whatever and how she overcame it. Who knows? That could happen and it may not happen, but who knows? Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you feel like she was talking about, for those who did hear it, do you feel like she was talking about some type of abuse or sexual assault? And if so, who do you think it might be or what have you? Could be people at school, could be people on her block or in her neighborhood. It doesn't necessarily have to be a family member. However, a lot of times these things are people that are close to you, unfortunately. So let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to go on much longer. I'm going to cut it off here because, like I said, I hate for my videos to be so long. But please let me know what you think about the commentary in your comment, down in the comments. And please like and subscribe if you choose. Thank you for coming back with me and listening to me. I appreciate you guys so, so much. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Thanks for listening. Bye.